I know. I'm a month late. I'm a month or two late of watching this. Chill out, okay? I don't know why. I never got around to watching this, dude. But welcome, everyone, to OMNI versus Homelander. Now, most of you probably already know the outcome, but you haven't seen my reaction of it. And honestly, I'm a little worried because I've watched Invincible. I haven't read the comics, but I've watched it. I've never watched The Boys. I've watched one episode of The Boys, and I was immediately disgusted. I'm gonna be honest, I do not know how. I can understand how people can like it, but I can't understand how people can love it, if that makes sense. Like, dude, there are some crazy things that happen in that series, and it's disgusting. It's disgusting. It gets to a point where it's like, this isn't even entertaining. This is just nasty now. But you know, it's each their own. And the thing about Invincible is it's kind of like that, except it's not. Like, they both have gore. Like, that's what it is. They both have gore. But like, the thing with The Boys is like, they have like, I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, but they have, you know what they have. But yeah, I've seen Deathbattle. I've been watching Deathbattle. Well, I haven't been watching them continuously, but I've seen them, obviously. The first one I ever saw was Superman versus Goku. Come on now, we all saw that. Let's just get into it, bro. I'm excited to see who wins. To be honest, I really want Omni-Man to win, but I feel like Homelander's gonna win. Just, you know. If you guys like, go and subscribe to the like button. Let's see. Hey, WW sponsorship, bro. But thanks.
Omni-Man, the invincible champion from planet Viltrum.
Yep.
Homelander, the world's greatest superhero, brought to you by Vought International.
Few heroes have stood the test
Isn't Homelander like the most terrible person to exist?
of time with more aplomb than the very first Superman.
This analysis examines both the comics of Invincible and The Boys, but will avoid going to regarding spoilers past the show as much as possible.
But what if absolute power did, in fact, corrupt absolutely?
Answer, we're all screwed. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Ooh, and it's animated really well. I love it. Love it.
Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's Omni-Man.
Woo!
Had you go in there for a second, huh?
Not really. His
Here we
name is in the title
go.
of the video.
Well, you might be forgiven for mistaking Nolan Grayson for his classic comic inspiration. He's even got that sexy mustache that he's not afraid to hide with
Yeah.
terrible CGI. Born on the planet Viltrum, Nolan was sent to Earth to act as its super...
He's 250 pounds? Yo, this dude is a tank! Remember Nolan Grayson, age, he's over 1,000 years old, height 6'2", I'm taller than him. I'm an inch taller than him. Fuck it. Species Viltrumite really wants his son to think.
powered alien defender and spread the enlightenment of his utopian homeworld.
And as his superhero alter ego Omni-Man, there was no one better suited to the task. He saved the world countless times, worked alongside the Guardians of the Globe, and even married and had a son,
Yep.
Mark.
Life couldn't be better until Mark inherited his dad's Viltrumite powers. That's when Mark found out that his dad was a stinking rat bastard liar.
Turns out, Viltrum wasn't exactly the peaceful utopia Nolan promised.
Yep.
Peaceful in the sense that they culled half their
My
population,
gosh.
murdering billions with their bare hands until only the strongest were left, united by a common purpose.
This Viltrumite empire then went on to conquer planet after planet in their home galaxy, murdering any who dared oppose them.
Wow.
Just scratch that whole peaceful part entirely.
And turns out Omni-Man was here to do that same thing to Earth. Sorry, Mark, your dad's a dick.
Even worse, he's
You know the thing that I didn't understand whenever I watched Invincible and I watched the last episode, I was like, wait, why did he wait so long to do it? Like, Omni-Man literally could have done it day one since he got here. He could have done it day one, but instead he had a kid, he waited 17 years, and now he decides to do it? It's like, why did you wait so long?
easily the most powerful being on the entire planet.
He is so cool, look at him.
Easily the most powerful being on the
He's so fucking cool! One more time, sorry.
Your dad's a dick.
Even worse, he's easily the most powerful being on the entire
so cool.
planet.
Imagine combining the raw power of a Kryptonian and the bloodlust of a Saiyan, and what you get is basically a Viltrumite.
Due to their unique DNA, Viltrumites are composed of smart atoms that they can manipulate to achieve superhuman feats.
Wait, what? I didn't know this. Most atoms have fixed properties. See molecular power and atomic power. Smart atoms have variable properties which can be arranged to produce several useful effects. So that's how he was able to... Okay, it makes sense now. Dude, it makes fucking sense. Okay, so before I was like, wait. Why did... What's his name? Why did Invincible... why did Mark... You guys remember Battle Beast whenever he fucking hit Mark with that thing? I was like, wait, how did that hit Mark? Like, he's literally invincible. It's not supposed to get through to him. But they can, I guess, basically what I'm understanding is they can literally change their atoms to be harder than anything so that they can go through even Viltrumite's skin. That's what he's doing here. Like, this wasn't just his raw power. He manipulated his atoms. Now, that probably made no sense. I probably just spewing bullshit, but let's see if I was right.
Like holding their breath for weeks on end by drawing more energy from the oxygen inside them.
Wait, so they can't breathe in space. Vast endurance, resistance to injury, and greatly prolonged lifespan as they possess the ability to fly and traverse the galaxy under their own power. Wait, so can they breathe in space? Because what I'm hearing right now is, oh, dude, this video's gonna be long as shit, bro. I'm just gonna...
Smart atoms that they can manipulate to achieve superhuman feats, like holding their breath for weeks on end by drawing more energy from the oxygen inside them.
Okay.
It reminds me of that whole bioelectric aura thing Superman has. That's basically how comic writers bullshit a science-y explanation for his powers.
Except smart atoms make even less sense. How can atomic structure be designated by your DNA? DNA is made of atoms. It's completely nonsensical biological hogwash that I cannot stand.
Uh-oh, comic
Yeah, it's a
fan.
cartoon, bro. Superhuman physiology.
Zero temperatures, and even possess insane healing factors. You know, stuff like getting punched through the stomach, having your
See? Oh, dude.
guts ripped out, or having your face smashed up in a tomato soup. I don't mean to exaggerate, but Viltrumites in this series get fucked up and somehow survive.
However, too much trauma to the brain or heart can overtax their healing factors, and intense heat can be especially damaging.
Even the most powerful Viltrumites can be killed, but
However, plasma implies highly energetic subatomic particles. If the temperature climbs too high, these can pass through and interfere with invincible subatomic processes, thus putting an upper limit to the temperature he can withstand.
by extended baths in the spicy hot plasma of a star.
And because of their abilities, their inner ear vestibular system is far
We gambled and it seemed to pay off. We figured your equilibrium wasn't as invulnerable as you are. What did you do to me?
more sensitive than a regular human.
Ah.
And sonic pressure will disrupt their fragile equilibrium.
Hold on, let me read, my nigga. Look, I love Invincible, okay? And I haven't read the comics, so, you know, eat my ass. Mark, you need to calm down. Before you get the urge to crush my hand, destroying the sugar, just know if it's damaged, the pulsing air goes into a permanent loop. It could kill you.
Equilibrium and even prevent them from flying.
Though pushing themselves to their physical limits only ends up making them way stronger. And considering Nolan has been
Really?
physical limits only
You know, the more I lift that thing, the easier it gets. So this is how Invincible got stronger. Okay.
ends up making them way stronger. And considering Nolan has been alive and planet conquering for thousands of years, he's easily one of the toughest Viltrumites around. Like, other aliens attacking him will literally splatter their bodies against him. But Mark didn't inherit everything from his dad. Despite his alien genes, Mark was raised as a human with our weak, pathetic human values like love and compassion and not brutally murdering the shit out of everyone you see like a maniac. Really made it difficult for Nolan to relate to his kid.
Such as when these aliens invaded Earth. Mark tried his best to minimize casualties and outsmart his numerically superior foes.
Yep.
Nolan, meanwhile, tackled their leader through the portal back to their homeworld, then spent some time systematically annihilating their planet for even daring to take Earth from him. Classic generational divide.
Annihilate is...
That was a cool ass scene.
Nolan flew so fast that his body lit their planet's atmosphere on fire, creating
Oh!
with his own body as the projectile.
Omni-Man has flown across galaxies in only a week, survived punching a hole through a planet, and even deflected a meteor the size of Texas.
Assuming that means the diameter of the meteor is equivalent to the distance from the top of the panhandle to
Nerd! I'm kidding.
That would make it 1,300 kilometers wide.
And weigh over 4.6 quintillion tons. Moving at re-entry speeds of over 11,000 meters per second, it had hit with enough energy to destroy the moon twice over.
So
Wow.
Omni-Man is strong enough to slaughter those who considered him an ally, the Guardians of...
Hold on. Effortlessly threw a baseball around the Earth, redirected an asteroid the size of Texas, participated in destroying a planet, flew from Earth to Thraxa in under a week, survived Mean Supreme. I don't know who that is. Single-handedly ended Flaxen civilization, defeated Invincible, Alan the Alien, Space Racer, Guardians of the Globe. Honestly, defeating Alan the Alien isn't really a feat you want to put there, right?
Low, all to ensure as seamless a transition to the coming Viltrumite rule as possible.
Too bad for Nolan, it wouldn't be that easy, because he'd have to go through his son first.
Mark was horrified by his father's treachery, spurred on by the reveal that Nolan only viewed his mother as a pet, a disposable broodmare. Invincible fought Omni-Man to save the planet.
And that's when Mark's
This is such a cool and meaningful scene! Invincible fought Omni-Man to save his planet.
the Viltrumite training began. Get it? Training? Like the train?
Yes, we get it.
That was not funny.
But if anything, it was Omni-Man that learned a lesson about humanity that day.
He may have tried to turn Mark into a Viltrumite, but in reality, as Nolan fled Earth with tears in his eyes, Mark made his father human.
Okay, so now we're at the boys. Hoo-wee! I know nothing about the boys. I just know Homelander is a guy that drinks breast milk and pretty weird.
Welcome to Vought in
Like, if it was my girl? Nah, let me not.
a multi-billion-dollar American conglomerate whose #1 products are the greatest superheroes on the face of the earth.
That's right. Superheroes are real and they're big business.
Imagine a company that possesses a monopoly on popular culture, pumping out movies, TV shows, action figures, and video games constantly, drowning the masses in a slurry of focus-tested nostalgia opium with no end in sight.
Yeah, imagine.
Within Vought's pantheon of gods among men is their premier super team, the Seven, and its leader, Homelander.
He's got the looks, the charm, the Jesus, and most importantly, he's got the power to slaughter all of America's enemies at home and abroad. This guy probably eats freedom and shits eagles.
But Homelander's squeaky clean corporate sheen is only skin deep. Far from the big blue Boy Scout.
Okay, he's 41, 5'11", short as shit. I'm kidding. Species super abled human, leader of the Seven, enjoys attention, fame, milk. Come on,
He's
dude.
marketed as. Homelander is probably only.
What the fuck?
Far from the big blue Boy Scout he's marketed as.
Dude, this show is not funny, bro. That is weird as
Is
hell.
only skin
Look at
deep.
the top left.
Far from the big blue Boy Scout he's marketed as, Homelander is probably the closest thing to Lucifer on Earth.
Remember Bad Future Biff from Back to the Future? Now give him superpowers and media training.
Vought's official story is that Homelander was an alien who landed here as a baby.
Oh,
a
really?
tale we're all familiar with.
And one that's total bullshit. Homie was made in a lab with Vought's proprietary super soldier serum, Compound V.
And he was a complete success.
Too much of a success. He was murdering rooms of terrified scientists before his umbilical cord was even cut. In the comics, Vought had to keep a remote-controlled hydrogen bomb strapped to him at all times because they had no idea what else could possibly kill him.
As he grew up, he was subjected to psychological conditioning to make him the greatest and most profitable hero of all time.
It wasn't long before he debuted as Homelander, the ultimate defender of the American dream.
Homelander possesses massively superhuman.
Okay, enhanced hearing, flight, heat vision, super. Honestly, dude, I want to watch The Boys again, but I'm sorry, dude. It's just so fucking weird to me. Like, I like this kind of story, but I can't watch it, bro.
Strength, speed, and durability. He can fly at hypersonic speeds, see through walls with X-ray vision, and detect a person's emotional state from just the sound of their heartbeat.
But you know you're done for when he breaks out his heat vision, which is strong enough to slice through crowds of people or split airplanes in half.
Or screams so loud that it shatters the eardrums of anyone around him.
Those are innocent bystanders whose ears are exploding, by the way. Oh yeah, he totally botched this mission to stop a plane hijacking, so he forced each and everyone on board to die in the resulting crash so they wouldn't reveal his incompetence.
Well, Homelander's powers may be real, but his heroism is a charade. Though he plays his part well, he cares nothing for the peons he's forced to protect.
The only thing he treasures is, ironically, his public image. Turns out being raised as a lab experiment doesn't create a healthy person. But don't worry, he eventually cleaned up his act and started.
I'm sorry for not talking, dude, but I'm so invested because I'm trying to figure out this dude. I'm trying to figure out who he is. He has way more powers than Omni Man. Oh my gosh, you know what's gonna be fucking stupid? I bet you Homelander's gonna win because you just saw how he can use his voice to break people's eardrums. They're gonna use that on Omni Man.
Totally 100% healthy sexual relationship with a fellow superhero who just happened to be an actual Nazi. Speaking of sex, Wiz, you know how I'm always saying we should figure out how Superman and Lois get busy?
Come on, dude.
Get that, because Homelander proved that they can't when his ejaculation blew his partner to smithereens.
Do you see what I'm talking about, bro? This is literally what I'm talking about. This is why I can't watch it.
Who drew that?
Look, there's no way to sugarcoat this. Considering a human's load has much less mass than a shotgun pellet, it would have to be moving significantly faster to achieve the same kinetic energy, over 1,500 meters per second, or 4.5 times faster than sound.
That's right. Homelander can bust a nut faster than the speed of sound.
Why are you telling me this? This is what I'm talking about. Like, are you gonna use this in the fight? If you're gonna use this in the fight, I'm disliking and I'm exiting and I'm deleting this video.
Well, good night, everybody. Ooh, kind of sucks for humanity that they made this dude.
I can't watch the show. I can't. It just seems like a complete stupid gag. Like this isn't. I can't.
Powerful being on the planet and a psycho murderer.
That's no exaggeration. Stillwell even commented that Homelander has proven immune to
Effortlessly threw a baseball into orbit, which automatically defeats Omni-Man's baseball throw. Hurled the fighter jet with one hand, escaped a C4 explosion mid-detonation, can survive any known man-made weapons, ruptured all the ears of all passengers on the airline. Sharding the Queen Maid, don't know who that is. Killed Professor Banzai, Mr. I don't know those are.
every weapon known to mankind, no matter how powerful. Humanity literally lacks the ability to kill him.
That'd include nuclear weapons as powerful as the Tsar bomb, which exploded with the energy of 50 megatons of TNT.
Actually, it could have exploded with twice that. But the Soviets who created it were afraid it would irreversibly alter Earth's biosphere and end the world. That's right, we all almost died.
And that's the kind of shit Homelander can shrug off no problem. He's strong enough to throw a jet with one hand and fast enough to outspeed a C4 explosion.
Despite being an emotionally stunted man-child, Homelander is still surprisingly cunning and able to manipulate those around him.
Though it probably wasn't too smart to piss off the world's angriest limey, Billy Butcher. Yeah, turns out forcibly fathering a bastard son with someone else's wife is not a good idea.
Of note, as unjustifiable as it is, to Homelander, this gave him something he never had before. Some small measure of control over his own life.
Being born Vought's star pupil meant he was under their thumb from the day he was born. His superpowered son was the first thing that was truly his. And
wait, he has a son?
Being born Vought's star pupil meant he was under their thumb from the day he was born. His superpowered son was the first thing that was truly his and might be his best option for a new beginning. Or not.
You know what? Okay, I'm not gonna.
This episode is.
Yo! Love you guys. Get your coin. Gosh dang.
Run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a
Homelander wins, bro. Homelander wins. I want Omni-Man to win, but W animation. Oh, this is amazing.
Howdy, neighbor. Coco? It's warm. You know, Nolan, Homelander is more than just a superhero. It might be cynical to say this, but he's a brand. And it's very important to me that that brand means something. And if I'm playing second fiddle to some goddamn alien, what's really the point, right? What do you think, Debbie? Aw, she's shy. So, do we have an understanding? Get the fuck out of my country. I'm going to feed you your own heart. Shit. That was a great line.
Beat that nigga's ass! Sorry.
Country? Seriously? I'm not here for your country.
Ooh. We know who wins, bro. But this sucks. They give you hints on who's gonna win, bro. Ass. Still really fun to watch, though.
Never been hit by someone your own size before? You have to turn with the punch to reduce. Better.
I like how they're showing that Omni-Man has way more experience than Homelander. Like, Homelander may have more powers and ultimately, I'm assuming, maybe stronger, but he does not have the experience. Omni-Man has been fighting people like him for years. He's been fighting ancient gods for years. They didn't put that in there, though. He fought ancient gods, but they didn't put that in there.
What's the matter? Are you going to cry?
You gonna cry?
After I'm done with you, I'm gonna flashpoint that little shit son of yours! This worthless neighborhood! And every goddamn person you know!
This is badass!
Every goddamn person you know!
Remember what I promised you. Now swallow. Merry Christmas.
KO! Wiz, if there's a god, it sure seems like he was working out some aggression.
This is the first time I've ever been stunned. What the hell? What the fuck? Dude, what am I watching? This is demonic. What the heck, bro? Omni-Man won. Hey, yeah. Okay, I guess I'm assuming. Okay. I stand corrected. My fault, bitch. I'm glad that he won, though. Years of experience fighting people like this dude.
In there.
Despite Homelander's dominance within the world of the Boy,
Hold on. Omni-Man, 7.2 billion times faster, 60 billion times stronger, healing factor, superior flight ability. Homelander counters Omni-Man's flight by attacking equilibrium, slightly more variety in abilities, has little means of a killing blow, much less experience in taking hits. Huh.
boys, he's a big fish in a small pond, relatively speaking. Homelander can move faster than sound, while Omni-Man can move faster than light. Homelander can survive a nuke, while Omni-Man can shatter the moon twice over.
To be fair, Homelander did have a couple of abilities Omni-Man didn't, like his heat vision.
And while Viltrumite healing factors have failed against continuous exposure to the heat of stars, that still took quite a bit of time, and there's no reason to think Homelander's heat vision was anywhere near that hot.
Hell, Nolan's tanked heat vision from the superhero Mean Supreme before, who can vaporize people in an instant.
Even if it was hot enough, Omni-Man's superior speed would cut him off before he could do any lasting damage. Similarly, despite being able to disrupt his equilibrium with his supersonic screaming, Homelander wasn't strong enough to capitalize on it in any meaningful way.
Plus, while Homelander is pretty devious when the situation calls for it, Omni-Man has been fighting and conquering worlds for thousands of years.
That's my Fuck yeah! He's been doing this for years! Homelander's been doing it for 10 days! I'm kidding.
Comes from a warrior culture based on fighting.
Fuck
Homelander,
yeah.
on the other hand, comes from a test tube.
And it said that in Invincible, Omni-Man literally said, by the time I was born, Viltrum was the most superior place in the galaxy. Meaning that he had to grow up strong as hell. Get him out of here, Chief.
Pushed himself as a fighter because he was always so much stronger than everyone else.
And that's the key difference between them. One is a warrior, and the other is a bully. Homelander was never going to give up easy, but Omni-Man's skill, power, and Viltrumite heritage earned him the win.
When it comes to Superman knockoffs, Homelander had to eat his heart out.
The winner is Omni-Man.
Nice. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. When these videos come out, I'll try to react to them sooner and then get them edited and uploaded sooner, because this is a month later. You know, who cares about this anymore? But I still want to do it for the people that care. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Super dark. Ew. That was cringe.